The symbol behind it is basically like the car is the silent battles that we all deal with. And the tether that's attached to the car is the trauma that people dump onto us. And the harness is the burdens that we carry on our shoulders. And the finish line is releasing all of that. Yeah, my name is Alex, and I'm trying to be myself. I'm not trying to be nobody else, because clearly nobody's ever done this.
Everybody got advice. They never did it.
Never done it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's going on, fam? This is KR Jones of the Off the Strength podcast, and I am here to tell you to like, listen, subscribe, and if you're feeling freaky, visit offthestrength.com. That's where you can go and get more information on us. That's where we can link, we can build, we can connect, and let's make this thing work. In the air. What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Off the Strength. I am KR Jones, and I'm coming in hot with an interview today. We got Brother Toners off, so I'm filling in, and I got this brother in the studio today. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. You know, we don't lie on the mics. We tell our truth. I met this brother at, I'm going to say influencer event. I'm going to lead it with that, right? And we connected there, and it's been maybe a little over maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years since I've seen this brother, but the work that he's been putting in is something that I've been tapped into just, you know, vicariously online, seeing your story, to the point where it was like, bro, I have to sit down with this brother, and I got to unpack some of just the emotion, the interest, the impact, everything that you've been doing has just been like, yo, ain't nobody talking about this. And with October here, we have Mental Health Month that we're stepping into, Mental Health Awareness Month. I felt like this just all aligned, if you will. So we got my brother Alex W. Goals is in the building today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Man, yeah, we're going to put some applause in post. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
You know, it's going out to the people. But I'm glad to have you in the studio today, brother.
Thank you for having me.
And, man, I want to start with you present day, right? I feel like there's a lot of depth in your story, right? Like we chopped it up a little bit before the show. But I want to talk about where you are present day and what does it feel like to be here?
Honestly, I'm wherever God wants me to be.
Yeah.
I wake up and I just thank God that He breathed air in my lungs, because not everybody was able to have that blessing. So that's where I'm currently at right now. I'm just trying to follow whatever God tries to pull me and shove me. But I guess I can just start off by saying I pulled a car on my back for 2 miles to raise awareness for mental health.
Jeez.
And it took me about 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay. We're not gonna act like that's not crazy, but we gonna take that for now. Can you add a little context to what type of car we talking specifically, and maybe a geographical location for the folks that don't know where we at, you know?
So I pulled it in the Bronx. It was like it was not a straight path. The car was on neutral. There was somebody in the car making sure that, like, if I go downhill, it doesn't run me over.
Yes.
Or whenever I need them to hit the brakes, somebody's there.
Gotcha.
I had NYPD shut down 20 blocks for me. These are like long blocks.
Yes.
So NYPD shut it down. I had 2 news reporters over there. Started off with about 15 supporters. I had my team with me, and it just grew. It just grew from 15 people to over 50 people. Training wise, it took me about like a year and 8 months. I didn't just wake up and be like, I'm gonna pull a car.
I would like to think so, but hopefully, you know, you never know. You know, I don't like to assume all the time. Like, for one, I guess the first question I want to ask is why? then? Let's start from there, and then we can build.
My why. All right. It's gonna get deep. It's gonna get deep.
Listen, brother, that's what we're here for.
So, I would like to say that growing up, I considered myself a mailing package with the wrong address in it. I went from home to home. I was in foster care my entire life since diaper. I went from home to home and didn't really, I guess I didn't really fit in people's homes. From there, when I was 12, my foster father sexually assaulted me. Kept it quiet. I was embarrassed. I thought it was my fault and stuff like that. After that, I found a tribe, or the tribe found me.
Okay.
Not the best tribe.
Okay.
But from there, I was with that tribe for a long time. And they just saw me as an angry person who was dirty. I was a dirty kid. It's a dirty kid.
Okay.
But I grew up. I started learning this is not it was not your fault. The person was sick and stuff like that. Then I grew up. I didn't grow out of it. I had to go through therapy, and I had to understand you're not depressed because you listen to Linkin Park. You're actually depressed because of this and that happened to you.
It's not the music.
It's not the music.
Yeah,
yo.
I'm with you.
But moving forward, through therapy, it helped me understand who I am as a man and how life works and how God puts you in certain situations just to see what you'll do. I see it as, and people can take it how it is, but this is me. But I feel like everybody in this world, in God's eyes, is their own TV, is his personal TV show.
Yeah.
But we are all his favorite actors. And there's times where it's just all right, for myself, I'm gonna keep it on the eye, but for myself, I felt like God was all right, Alex's story is getting boring. Let me give him some hope.
Let me spice it up.
Let me spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So boom, give him some hope. Gets adopted by his sister. Boom. Give him some hope. He graduates high school. All right, let me see what he's gonna do from there. All right, I like the path that he's doing. I like the path where he's going, or he's going into college. So that's how I see how life is in God's eyes. I'm not God. I'm not claiming that. This is my personal journey with him. But other than that, I ended up finishing college. Had my experience, moved to Atlanta, came back from Atlanta, and pandemic hit.
Stop right there, because fam, you just went on a crazy run, right? From being the right package with the wrong address to everything in between, right?
Yeah.
I want you to add some color and context for me for paint the picture of where you were, geographically in this, but then also throughout this, is the question that we typically start the podcast with is, where were you when you fell in love with this thing we call wellness?
All right.
Right. So I want you to geographically paint the picture of where you were, but then I also would like for you to tell me about where wellness was in this story as you grow from beginning to before we get into the pandemic. Because I feel like post-pandemic that's a whole nother world. But just before then.
I mean, I was not into wellness at all. I mean, it was just
there was no exposure, because the definition I think could be a lot more vast than we give it credit. It could have been with the tribe, right? That's community. And I think of community as wellness, right? Even if it's the wrong type of folks, but you have camaraderie in that, right? Was there an outlet that happened or you gravitated towards within this time period, or is that all later in life?
Um, it's like sparse. Like I guess I lost one of my friends. This was when I was one of my foster homes.
Mm.
I lost one of my friends. It was in a drive-by. Um, we used to always play basketball all the
Yeah.
time and stuff like that. He was always older than me and stuff like that. And basketball wasn't my thing. I played Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But you know, like how many 12-year-olds you're gonna meet that are 6'2"?
Listen, I was about five. I'm my height. I've been the same height, so I was 5'11" and 3/4. So we would have been cool, but yeah, nah, it's not that many. You know.
So that's I guess like that's where it started, like with like my friend passing and just carrying on like playing basketball. From there it was just like got into middle school. I walked in there, the coach looked at me and was like, "Yo, you here,
Yeah.
basketball." Oh, what is this? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But from there I just started playing basketball. Then I got really into it in high school.
Yeah.
I met one of my friends. I met one of my friends. His name is James. He was a really good shooter. He's still a good shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's watching this, but he's still a really good shooter.
You never know, man. We out here. The folks know about
he's
the
gonna
strength.
definitely watch this.
Yeah.
We will always be in competition in high school, and we traveled and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's where it like started.
Now, pandemic again. The world ends. Everyone is stuck. You know, as we know it, the world ends. Right. Everyone has to pivot. Talk me through you navigating that space.
Wow. I was in a relationship at that time. I was in like a 7-8 year relationship.
Okay.
And it was like / engagement. But we went we were all trapped in the house. I said, all right, I'm just gonna find something to do. Started working out. Then we were supposed to have a kid. She ended up having like what's that called, a miscarriage.
Yeah.
So there was no hospitals open or nothing like that. So we had to stay in the house and wait for an appointment for like 2-3 months while the
Jeez.
baby was inside of her. Then moving forward, like we ended up separating. Then I lost myself. Everything just snowballed. I was by myself in the house with my dog. I lost all self-motivation. I was oddly like drinking a lot. I didn't know how to like release. So I was drinking a lot. I was eating junk food. I was not really exercising like I should be. Then boom, PTSD kicked in. I saw somebody that looked like the same person that assaulted me when I was 12. Attempted suicide. My sister found me dead on my bed. Then went through the whole process of getting psych evaluated and stuff like that. Turned my life around. It took time.
Yeah.
It took time. I don't remember much of that time. But as I got better through therapy and like meds, I kind of found myself again. Found God. Then I found my reason, and just I tell people like, yo, like the enemy is real, and I had a conversation with him when I died, and it's crazy. So like, don't play no games. I made a promise to God that I would never turn back and do what I did before, and I kept that word. And I told him that, being that you gave me a second chance to life, I'm gonna do my best to try to save a life. All while raising awareness for mental health. That's when the winter arc started.
Whew. Man, I mean, for one, I want to thank you for being as candid as you are, right? Because I'm hearing you speak about these topics that are not light by any means. And as men in this space, there often isn't a space to even talk about stuff like this, right? And to see you walk through this and then to know this is that reason why, right? This is the reason why you pull a car in the Bronx, right? This is the reason why you bear crawl, right? And man, I'm thinking about this story of yours, right? And I'm thinking about being down in the depths of like just losing yourself, right? In hindsight, I think you always get a little insight of where you were in that point. Is there anything that you can think of that like led you down that path, or like what did you learn in the depth is what I'm trying to get to, you know, that helped you continue to move forward or not go back, if you will?
I'm going to be the only person that's going to get me out of this. Nobody is going to get me out of this depression.
Yeah.
And I learned to stop saying my depression, because when I say my depression,
yeah,
my PTSD, my anxiety, I'm giving it power. So
words have power.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So like I just taught myself, like, this is the only time that you're going to be able to get yourself out of this, because nobody is going to reach into your body and bring out the person that they want you to be. You have to figure out who you are as a person. So I stood by myself.
Yeah.
And I had to learn, like, being by yourself for a while is not bad, because you get to start building that foundation before you build that house.
Listen, man, you got to start in the basement, work your way up,
Sure,
you know,
so brick by brick.
Brick by brick. Like, now I can't fully relate to all of your story. Like, you know, I grew up in a single parent home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think as just a black man in America, I have my own fair share of trauma that I've experienced over the years. But I have been in a space where I had to rebuild, right? Multiple times over. And I would say the first time my world came crashing down was I tore my ACL in high school playing football. So of all the positions you could play, first and foremost, I was really a hooper. I only played football because the homies played, and it was before basketball season.
They just put a ball in your hand and say, yo.
Hey, you big. Come over here. Right, legitimately, that I ain't even, but that's what it was. Yes. So now I'm playing football and I'm somewhat good at it. And I had homies that were there that made me better. And I tore my ACL my junior year of high school. And at that point in junior year, I had identified myself as an athlete. I hooped, I played basketball. Like, I had been playing sports organized since I was about like 12. So it's been a good 3-4 years. My identity is gone when I can't play, right? But I did the work. I healed. I was able to come back that following year for football season, but I didn't play basketball that year. And I got cut from the basketball team my senior year, a team that had known me, but it was just like, yo, you're not the same player no more. And like, dog, the high school I went to, we had folks getting drafted, going D1. Like, I had homies that played in the league legitimately. So we got Coach K coming to my school, Calipari, like all of these D1 coaches is coming to see kids play, and I get cut. Long story medium, I had to rebuild, right? Because who I thought I was not who I actually was anymore, right? And now it's like I gotta go to college for grades. I'm not getting no full ride nowhere. My peoples ain't got money, and that came with its own burden to carry, so to speak. And it ain't light, bro. It knowing that like moms took out that Parent Plus loan, and like, bro, that shit. Interest is rising every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, the school loans is knocking at your door. So like, there's a lot that comes with the decisions you make is what I want to round out on, right? Now, I want to switch gears a little bit into, first, let's get into the bear crawl, right? You caught me up to speed of this redefinition of you, this new lease on life. Talk to me about how you get to, yo, I'm a bear crawl. for mental health awareness.
So I'm gonna start off by saying yes, I bear crawled 13.1 miles from the Bronx to Manhattan.
That's a half marathon for them folks out there, right?
That's a half marathon.
You got it.
It took me 12 hours.
Jeez.
Like I said, I did not wake up and just said I'm gonna bear crawl.
Okay.
I trained for about 2 years for this. The training was intense. I wanted to do something to catch attention. And the attention is whenever I stop to catch my breath and people ask, what is he doing this for? That's my chance to engage with people.
Okay.
It's everybody runs for breast cancer. Everybody runs for where's my sister?
Oh, good.
Everybody runs for like diabetes or something. I don't know. Like everybody know what people are doing, and they have like a big parade or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me to like do something totally odd, something totally different to catch people's attention, I think that was like the major like point of me just bear crawling.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, historically, as you laid out, fitness has been attached to a cause for something.
Yeah.
On the podcast years ago, or oftentimes we'll talk about my relationship to fitness used to be torture, right? Like in sports, where it's like, yo, get to the baseline. Y'all got to run for y'all mistakes. And that's probably why I never like running. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get forced to do it, I don't want to run no more, right? That's a trauma spot for me. I'm a triggered when you tell me to go run. I'm thinking I'm going to the baseline, right? But you have laid out this starting point, right? Of like, all right, I see the cause and I want to do something different. 2 years working up to bear crawling. Within that 2 years, paint the picture of planning, of the training mindset. Like, what's the regimen like? Like, you on some Batman, you know what I'm saying? Trying to return. Like, what we talking?
Yo, honestly, there is no method.
Okay.
There was no method at all. In order for me to attempt this half marathon bear crawl, I have to bear crawl every single day and only take 2 days off. I'm bear crawling inside of my house. I wake up, bear crawl into the bathroom, bear crawl to the kitchen. I'm standing up and cooking. Then I'll bear crawl from my house to the gym, bear crawling on the treadmill.
From your house to the gym. Now, as you're doing this, I'm assuming this is in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx.
Is there anybody questioning you along this path as you're doing this? Like, yo, what's homie doing right here? Like, no, they just let it rock. Like
they probably did. No, they definitely did.
Yeah,
they definitely did. But my mindset at that time was
you was locked in.
Music in, world out. And I didn't care about who made fun of me. I didn't care about anybody's questions or if anybody wanted to join me or if I'm a trainer or anything. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I had my mind set on doing something with no distractions. Because I was already distracted with my relationship. I was already distracted with my past traumas. This time I was not gonna let anything or anybody distract me. I bear crawled every day, and I did not care about what anybody had to say.
So 2 years pass. You get to this event when it happens. Walk me through day of.
Oh man, I go ahead. It was wild. It was wild. A lot of people, like I hit up a lot of people. Like everybody knew I had the announcement. I made it public, and I told people like, this is where I'm doing it. This is the time, and this is the location. Show up. If you don't, cool. I may or may not post it. Who knows? But I had people that I selected to be a part of my team, and they couldn't show. So I said, okay, I have a backup. So the people that showed up they were all given a task, a job. I told them, like, all right, listen, I need someone to pray for me. I need someone to hold my protein powders, the water. I need somebody to pull the wagon. I need someone on my phone playing the music. And I need somebody to be like my mental coach when I'm not there for myself.
Yeah.
This was at 5:55 in the morning at Pelham Bay train station. We all prayed. And then I just told myself right after prayer, I was like, what am I doing? And then my friend's like, what are you doing? Let's go. And started off.
Yeah.
That was that morning. Like I said, like I didn't wake up and just chose to do this. Like I trained for it. And it was more like as I'm on the move and my friends are telling me like, yo, slow down, like you're going hard. Like we're like speed walking right now.
Yeah.
But I just had my music in and I just didn't care. Then I passed my sister's building. And then people see me like, the hell? I don't care. There was a point where like I took a couple of breaks. I didn't go straight. That's wild if you go straight.
I mean, I would assume we talking a half marathon. People train a year to run a half marathon. You're talking 2 years for the bear crawl. I want you to tell me a little about what are you listening to? Like, what's the soundtrack for this motion, this action that you're doing?
Man, I have to remember that part because like I just made a new playlist for this new. Jeez. I have it on my phone.
What is the type of music you lean into when you in that mindset, right?
I'm listening to everything. I'm not even lying to you. Like I listen to. I started off with like Christian music just to like get the.
Get the Lord in you.
Get the Lord in. Yeah. Get that Holy Spirit. Get that spiritual power.
For sure.
I was listening to Post Malone On the Road. Then it was down the line. It was Won't Back Down. This was Young Boy. I don't even listen to Young Boy anything.
Yeah.
Then
he was on the playlist that
He was
day.
on the playlist. Then it was that. You ever watch Black Panther?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, there was that one song. It's like they're just like screaming.
Listen, don't have me lying, bro. But that soundtrack was crazy.
The soundtrack, there was no lyrics, no Kendrick Lamar, no nothing. It was it was like screaming.
Yeah, it was just the sound.
It was like boo, 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 something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
But it was that. But I always circled it back to elevation worship. And I think that whenever I listen to like worship music, that's when I would break down in tears.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop and then I'll pray and I'll be like, God, please, like, remove this feeling from me and teach me and show me the reason as to why I'm doing this, because I really don't know why I'm doing this. Then I get up, shake it off, keep going, and then boom, God shows me why I'm doing this. Some lady is asking like, oh, why is he doing this? Then the lady, then I stop and one of my team members told her, and she was like, that's amazing. Like I have bipolar disorder, and like this is how I feel. So as she's like talking to me, I'm catching my breath, but like I'm listening to what she's saying, and then I'm like, all right, I hear you, God. This is why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Then as I keep going, it's the same thing. It's something that like you have to have faith in where God is like leading you. And you have to understand that there's gonna be times where it's just like, man, where are you? I'm getting hit left and right. But you gotta understand that it's not gonna be on your timing. It's always gonna be on his timing, and his timing is the best.
Yes.
And that's where I was at. Like, when is this over? Lactic acid is building up. I didn't train this hard.
Yeah. This is the actual battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing purpose, right? And as someone who's had their run in with life, I know enough to know when I hear someone stepping into their purpose. So what does that feel like in that moment when you're connecting these dots? You're seeing your reason why play over and over again. Like, does that continue to motivate you to keep going, or like what's the thought process around that?
Well, I'll do this in like two parts. After the bear crawl, it was just, all right, I'm gonna just get back on the routine of just working out, living my life, doing what I'm doing. That's why my Instagram is Alex W Goals,
Yeah.
Alex with goals.
Listen,
So it sounds weird, but like, I'm gonna just say it, but like, I'm not motivated if I don't have a goal. So if I want to gain weight, that's my goal. I'm gonna do that for that year. If I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do that for that year. Then what was the second? What was the
it was more about the purpose,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And walking along in those steps. Like, what does it feel like to walk in your purpose?
So I feel like it's just so much. Like, my promise to God, like, I told him that this is for him. I'm doing this for you. And I'm not one of those people, and I'm not gonna be bashing people, but like, I'm not one of those people that be in a corner like screaming and saying, "Oh, God this, God that." That's not my job. That's not my purpose for God. My purpose to God is trying to save at least one life. And as long as I'm in this earth breathing, I did my job. I'm doing my job. That's my purpose.
Mm.
To keep breathing the next day's air.
Now, earlier you were talking about you had a team with you for the bear crawl, and you gave everybody a job. I'm heavy in believing that if you can articulate what you need, then that can enable people to help you, right? What was it like to train to a certain point to identify, like, this is what I need, like that support system? Like, how do you recruit those people?
Good relationships, like, not just meeting somebody in the street and being like, "Yo, we're friends," but like, you know how you ever heard like the kind of term where it's like you need to have like at least like 3 or 4 kind of people in your life: a mechanic, somebody is good with like computers and stuff like that.
For sure. I check a lot of boxes in some folks' lives, you know what I'm saying? But yes.
That's what I'm saying. So like, so that's how I recruited my team.
Mm.
My friend, he's the camera guy. I went to church with him. I started going to church with him and stuff when I was in high school. I knew he was going to be the right person on my team. Then I had my friend that I worked with in the gym, and he already knew what to do whenever he's a personal trainer, you know.
Yeah, you needed some protein or something.
Yeah, he was that guy.
Yo, you need some water, fam.
Yeah. Let me foam roll.
Yeah.
But he was that guy. Like, whenever I started cramping up, he was medic. Then I had my sister. I call her my sister. I consider her my sister. I was her trainer. and then like the roles were reversed, and it's just like we built that bond together, that understanding. So I just feel like the team that I created together, like, were people that I entrusted with my life. And even though some of them I worked with, some of them I went to school with, some of them I was their trainer. Like, I entrusted them, and I believe wholeheartedly that whenever I'm not there for myself, they will all be there for me.
Mm.
And I know that they will see and they will hear if I'm ever in pain, or if I'm ever like looking like out of air, or dehydrated. They're gonna always rush to me.
Mm.
I even had somebody sweeping the floor.
Getting it clean for you, you know. That's king energy right there. You know what I'm saying? Man, wow, that's amazing. That's powerful. We've danced around the topic, but we haven't dived into it. I'm curious about where you stand right now with religion and the Bible, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of parallels with somebody who had to bear a weight
Yeah.
that they had to carry through town. You know what I'm saying? And even just spreading the message of love also seemed very connected to mental health and self-care and awareness and things of that nature. So I guess talk me through your relationship with God and where that like really came into play and like how that manifests present day.
I can start off by saying that I knew that the enemy was always after me. I knew that the enemy always wanted me. And um it's just like a feeling. Like, you know that something bad is happening or about to happen. But I didn't have no relationship. I didn't know nothing about God. I just know that there is a God. I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
But I ended up going to church. It was weird, but like, I went to church in middle school, and it was just like it was just a couple of my friends. We just went because of his big brother. And that's where it started. But like, it grew stronger when I lost myself, like the suicide attempt. Um, when I was gone, let's put it like that. When I was gone,
Yeah.
I had a conversation with the enemy, and it sounds crazy, but this is it. I had a conversation with the enemy, and the enemy told me that I finally got you, and you finally listened to what I told you to do.
Mm.
And then I told him, I'm just here, just chilling, having a conversation.
Yeah.
You didn't get me. I'm the person that brought myself here. I chose to do this. I'm the person that did this. You did not make me do this. And the enemy was laughing. And I was the person that told you this. I told you to do this, and you followed it like a fool. You're never going to leave. And I said, I bet you I can leave. Just let me stay here a little longer because I'm at peace. So I stood there and I was like, all right, now I'm ready to leave. And he's laughing. You're never going to leave. And I said, God, if you are real, get me out of this.
Mm.
Then he started laughing. And I said, Jesus, please, if you are real, get me out of this. I will never in my life do this again. And I was just like saying it louder than the enemy. And I said, Jesus, like, if you are real, like, get me out of this. And I will save another soul. I will try my best to save another. I breathed.
Mm.
I'm in the hospital.
Mm.
Ever since that day, I tried my best. And I'm not saying I'm the best person.
Hey, brother, listen, I hear you.
I'm not the best person. Like, I'll be making mistakes.
He know my heart.
He know my heart, though. He know. But like, I try my best. I don't consider myself a Christian. I don't like the title. I feel like whenever people say Christian, they think that you're perfect, and that's what I thought, that Christians were perfect. And when as an adult, like, I learned that like Christians are the messiest people.
There's some stuff behind them churches
Yeah,
and them pews.
like Chris, like I heard that like the messiest people go to Jesus. Jesus accepts all messy people, no matter who you are. And I'm that messy person. But I'm still not gonna claim that I'm a Christian because I feel like people see Christians as as perfect, and then they get, oh, you're drinking. You're not supposed to be doing that. God sees you. Yes, I know God sees me, but that's none of your business.
I talk with him
Yes.
often. Do you? You know? Yeah, man.
But that's where it started. It started with just losing myself. Like I had to lose myself in order to find myself with God.
Now, you've done the work to find yourself, to enlighten other people. What keeps you sane? Like, what keeps you? How do you refill your cup when you feel yourself slipping again?
I remember I always go back to the time where I was homeless, and I was living in Atlanta. I was homeless, and I was living in my car. I worked 2 jobs. Sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I worked 2 jobs and I went to school full time. And I was homeless living in my car. That always runs in my head. Like, yo, you can be that person again. You can be that person. Or you can get your ass up and you can do something about your life. Like, stop sitting in the past. Look what you have right now. You have a roof over your head and you're fed and you're employed. You're doing something and you're saving lives to the best of your ability. Ended up being an EMT.
Man, a New York City EMT, which is arguably all EMT work, I would say, is a bit crazy. Crazy is a loose term. Unpredictable is a better term, right?
No, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. You worked. I'll take your word for it.
I can say it. It's crazy. Like, you clock in, you don't know what you're gonna get yourself into. You'd be like, damn, like, all right, it was a smooth day today, but damn, I gotta do another shift. That's crazy.
I mean, just quickly, just paint the picture of a day in the life of an EMT, right? Because I'm thinking of, like, in my mind, all of the different calls that I've seen them arrive for, but just as someone who was in it, like.
Well, I'm gonna start off, like, at the time I was an assistant.
Okay.
So basically I'm an EMT, but like I'm an assistant to the EMT.
All right.
I'm the driver.
Okay. The ambulance.
I'm the ambulance.
Oh, man.
So
oof.
You clock in, you hang out for a little bit at the base until they finish loading up the truck. Then you say what's up to your partner. Partner gets in. You really don't talk to your partner because you don't have the same partner every single time. So it's an awkwardness. Then you get your first call. You don't know what your first call is.
Man.
You don't know. Then you look at the tablet, and the tablet says, oh, you're just going to the VA office. Cool, it's just an appointment. Pick somebody up from the VA, drive to their destination. Next call, oh, you have a diabetic patient. Cool. You can go over there, diabetic patient, got the kidney sticking out the stomach and inside of a bag.
Jeez.
The entire place smells like manure. Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or you finish doing like 3 calls. Then your last call is a psych patient. Those are fun.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm imagining an Uber driver for emergencies only. Right? Like that just seems like, yo, I need an Uber for this emergency that I got, you know? Like,
literally.
And when I was in the accident that I was in, that was my first time actually being in an ambulance, being in the back of one. I had never been, I'm lying. I had never been in the back of an ambulance before because every time I was hurt prior, like the first time I tore my ACL, I got in the car with my mom's and we just went to the hospital. Like, she drove me. Like, there was we not paying for no ambulance. But nonetheless, the dynamic you're talking about was palpable, where there was a white dude and there was a black lady, and they did not get along, like, at all. Like, there was no energy. They had to meet that day, and it had to be their first day. Because I'm like, yo, y'all fucking up, right? I'm hurt, but like I can see that y'all not doing what y'all supposed to. They couldn't raise the gurney up high like they was supposed to. Like, homie was trying to take me off the curb that didn't have the dip in it. Like, yo, listen, what we not gonna do is whatever y'all doing right now. Like, I felt like I was the victim in the situation, but also the leader somehow. Like,
Yo, you are literally all right. Yo, I got it. Yo, that's that legit is. I get it. Yo, I've been in a situation where it's like it's a smooth day, it's a smooth shift. Everything goes good. You just got to take people to their appointments. Then you're about to clock out. You know you're about to clock out. You hit up your boys like, yo, I'm gonna see you at the spot. We're gonna get some beers and stuff like that. Then boom. You have a 380-pound person that you gotta put in the chair. You gotta put them in a stair chair. Go to their building, and the elevator is broken.
Oof.
And guess what?
You the elevator.
You the elevator that gotta take them all the way to the 25th floor.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not an hourly wage type of job. Like, you can't. I need more. I need more for this.
Yo, and they don't get paid. They don't get paid good unless you do those triples and those doubles. Yo, like literally, you gotta hit up your boys. Like, yo, pack it up, boys. I'm not having a beer with you guys.
Man, that's fascinating, honestly. But somehow representative of, I think, the pulse of the city, where like everybody is 10 minutes late, everybody's overworked and underpaid, you know, like that just feels right, you know. Man, I again, the parallel of making that vow to save souls and then be an EMT, like I'm seeing a lot of the direction you moved into right now. Again, take me to the top of I'm gonna pull a car.
You want to know how that started?
I mean, whatever you're willing to share. Like, how do we get from, all right, I successfully bear crawled this half a mile.
What's next?
What's next? Or how do we get to a next? Like, and then is there a next now? You know what I'm saying? Like, take me through. I'm going to pull a car. Inception.
Got it. I finished doing the bear crawl. 2 years later, I enjoy like not doing anything crazy. I do my little ones and twos. Like I'll have like a big sign, and it'll have like words on it that will say like, if you need a sign to keep living, this is your sign.
Okay.
So I'll do stuff like that, and I'll go to like 42nd Street and hold a sign, or I'll go to Brooklyn Bridge with different signs and stuff like that, raising awareness in a less extreme way.
The message is still in you.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I guess like 2 years, maybe I think 2 years go by, chilling with my brother in his house, and I get that itch. And it's like, man, I need to do something else crazy to raise awareness. I don't want to be reminded. I don't want to be remembered as the guy who bear crawled. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to be somebody else.
Okay.
So we're sitting at the table having a couple of shots, and we're just coming up with all of these weird ideas, like jumping out of an airplane or just like pushing or pushing a truck. Then he goes ahead and have the bright idea to pull a car. He says, "Hey man, how about you pull a car?" And me being me, I go ahead and like, "Yo, that's a great idea. Let's do that." That's the worst idea. That's the worst idea. That was the worst idea. Like damn, like. But yeah, that happened.
Okay.
That's how it first started.
That was the foundation.
That was the foundation. And then from there, I tried to Google and I tried to chat GPT how do I train to pull a car for 2 miles?
Hmm.
And ChatGPT did not help me. I'm on the phone like, help me.
You gotta think, brother, that you doing something that hadn't been done before, right? These models, if you will, only work off of information that is given to them. That ain't been given to them. You know, you educating them. Now they might know.
Yeah.
They gonna follow Alex W. Goals.
How did he train for this?
Tap in with them. Yeah, for sure.
But that training arc, like when I told my brother, I was like, yo, bro, I'm having that itch to raise awareness again. That training arc was dark. Like Dark Knight. Like, bro, like
It gotta be. Now, off mic earlier, you gave me this amazing metaphor of the representation outside of the obvious of you pulling this car, right? And man, it was powerful, right? It was impactful, and I'm thinking about now that it's happened already, right? What's the first lesson you can pull on to really anchor you into continuing to go forward?
to go forward with the car?
To go forward with life in general, like to continue to spread this awareness, right? Like you've done the thing, right? Now your mission continues, right? Like what's something that you learned in that moment of pulling this car 2 miles that like I'm going to remember like I was in Atlanta working 2 jobs, living in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the lesson from that?
Well, I can definitely say that the burden that I had on my shoulders was lifted off. The like that's the whole point of the carpool. I'm gonna break it down.
Listen, go ahead, man. The floor is yours, brother.
A lot of people thought that me pulling a car was a symbol of strength, physical strength.
Yeah, on some Arnold Schwarzenegger tip, right? Like Last Action Hero. I'm with you. Yeah, it's an ego thing.
It is. It's a thing like
Look at me.
legit.
Yeah.
And I did have a lot of people that doubted and was like, "Oh, you're crazy! Like you're doing this and that." And it's just like you got to do a couple of crazy things in order to shake a room.
For sure.
I'm not talking about like go postal on people,
Yeah.
but if you want to shake a room in a positive way, you got to do a couple of crazy things.
It's got to be disruptive.
And like people were like making fun of me and saying, "Oh, you're trying to be David Goggins," and I'm like, "Who is that?"
David Goggins, he be out here, bro.
I looked him up.
He tapped in on another level, for sure.
I looked him up. Like I'm saying that because I didn't know who he was.
Of course.
Like I'm not actively looking for people who are new to me.
You're not looking to be, getting any validation from anybody.
No.
You know your mission.
Yeah, my name is Alex, and I'm trying to be myself. I'm not trying to be nobody else because clearly nobody's ever done this. But like I had people telling me like, "Oh, correct your form, correct your posture. Why are you training like this?" And it's just like, have you done this before? Please help me. Everybody's a professional. Everybody knows the mechanics of the body.
Everybody got advice. They never did it.
Never done it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just mind your business.
Yeah, for sure.
Mind your business. But the symbol behind it is basically like the car is the silent battles that we all deal with. And the tether that's attached to the car is the trauma that people dump onto us. And the harness is the burdens that we carry on our shoulders. And the finish line is releasing all of that.
Take me through releasing when you finish.
So there was a point where it's crazy because like every time I talk about this. It kind of hits. It kind of hits.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I was at the halfway mark, and my sneakers melted, like the soles melted.
Cause you pulling a car, brother. That's why. In the heat in the Bronx.
I never done this. I don't know. And I'm gonna tell you, I winged this.
What was on feet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to lose any sponsorships or anything, but like,
I ain't got no sponsors. I had no sponsors. I try to hit up so many companies and brands, and radio silent. Matter of fact, a brand hit me up after the fact, and we're like, "Oh man, like I wish that I saw this."
That's how it goes.
How do you know that's how it goes? It's because they didn't believe. They thought that I was just a crazy person. I mean, yeah, but
it's the car on the side of the road, right? Like legitimately, like no pun intended for the car analogy here, but you get something wrong with your car, you run out of gas, and you just sit in the car. Nobody's gonna stop and help you.
nah.
If you get out the car and you start pushing that car, somebody's gonna pull over and help you push, right? Like they only want to help people that are helping themselves. There's never going to be someone that's just going to help you just because. That's just the way of the world. There's too many things going on.
Yeah,
you know?
people are wild.
But business wise, they not going to align until they see the value. So you gotta play that game. Don't ever get paid in cool. I done been down that road too. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing. They try to pay you in the shit you already are. It's like, yo, I don't want no free shoes and free clothes. Like I want to make an impact, right? I'm here to make a difference. So that's a clear distinction between how I feel about influencers as well. It's like, fam, I've never been in it for the look. I'm here for the actual community.
Yeah.
Right. And I think
Big time.
that's a huge difference in I would say where you come from, where you're trying to go. And it's felt like it's a palpable thing, you know, man. Like again, we could be here for days, just talking about the story. The way we typically wrap up would be, we got a lot of new listeners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these
congratulations on that.
Thank you, brother. You know, we've been growing. We've been doing this for a little bit now. What advice could you give the people off the strength? Right now, this advice could be life advice to move forward, to fight a battle, to go towards. Like, what's something that you really can anchor into and know, like, all right, this is the gem that I received that I want to pay it forward?
I'll do it like in 3 parts because I got to do one for men, women, and both men and women. For the women, I feel like women should definitely gain back their power whenever someone tries to strip their power away from them. I'm not talking about this whole new world kind of, what they say, feminine energy. People who say that they have masculine or feminine energy really don't have it.
Or they have both. you overly indexing on one, you know?
Like people who claim that they have masculine or feminine energy don't have it. It's the people who see them, label them, and say that man, that woman has feminine or masculine energy. But for women, get that power back that person took from you, whether it's a male or a female. And don't give up, because you never know what blessings is going to be in the near future. Just keep pushing through. And if you ever want to text that person back, don't text that person back, because that person sucked the life out of you. Family member, ex-partner, your job. Just let it go. There's something better. It'll take time. For men, stop being so egotistic. Stop believing the hype that this is what a man is. If you haven't grown, if you haven't grown up, if you haven't grew up in a home with two parents, you don't know what being a man is.
Hey, brother, I didn't see some 2-parent folks still turn out a little crazy too.
Yeah, even that, but that's 2-parent home is still something that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
You have a lot of men in this world that believe that that they are masculine, that they are like the man. And it's just like, bro, like, how are you the man when you grew up with your mom?
Hey, brother.
But I'm just saying, I ain't grew up with none of them.
Yeah.
I grew up with other people's parents.
For sure.
I'm just saying that, like, how do you know what a man is when you haven't grown up, you haven't been raised by a man? That's when you have to tap into a healthy masculine environment. The boys and the men that you hang around with just might not be the people for you.
Yeah.
If you're hanging around with your boys and they're joking on you, that's not your boy. I understand that we all like crack jokes on people, on each other, but there's a limit on cracking jokes. And if it really hurts your feelings, that's not your boy. Like, if your boy like digged up some dirt on you in front of your peers, that's not your boy. So you have to really like, you have to really cut people off that don't serve you, that don't pour into your cup. Because at the end of the day, who's gonna pour into your cup if you don't have nothing for yourself?
Yeah.
Now, for both, don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't give up on what your heart is set to do if it's positive. God is going to lead you, and you have to understand that it's always on his time and it's not on your time. And you have to remind yourself that over and over and over, because those food stamps will kick in. I'm serious.
Yeah. Those
food stamps will kick in. You will get that job. You will get that pay increase. You will get that degree, but you have to just let God allow you to move whenever he tells you to move. And when you move, don't look back, because you look back, you turn to stone.
Jeez. Man, we gotta end on that, bro. I ain't got nothing else. You dropping gems. It sounds like a lot of work has been done with some healthy boundary setting, with awareness, with knowing your place in space, and even exploring the depths of you as an individual to stand tall on who you are as a person and the purpose that you're walking into. So I can only applaud you for the work that you've done, brother. That's from the heart. Consider this a platform. If ever you need to get a message out to anybody, you're always welcome to come back to On Off the Strength, man. And that's really the end of the show, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, much love for pulling up. Please let the folks know where they could find you. If you have anything going on that you want to plug, by all means, brother, do so.
Yes, sir. Just on Instagram right now, Alex W. Goals. Not a lot of people would remember that, but Alex with goals.
Listen, you got goals, brother. You goal oriented. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Yo, this has been a fantastic episode of Off the Strength. I am KR Jones. Peace and much love to you. Till next time.
Later.
What's good, everybody? I'm a trainer called Tony, and I am here from the infamous Off the Strength podcast, asking you today, listeners, viewers, wherever you may be, to please like, listen, and subscribe to our podcast. This is how we're going to continue to be able to deliver you the best goddamn wellness information out here. So if you want to keep hearing this and you want us to keep growing, you are a part of this show just as much as anything else. So please go to offthestrength.com. Make sure you check out our blogs. Make sure you check us out on IG. And if you're hearing this voice and you didn't hit that subscribe button, know that Kyle is going to come looking for you.
You got that right.